what I see there is all authority. That's it. All authority. Men can express their own power to get things outside of God's will and all, but there is no authority, including the authority by which Satan destroys, kills, and steals. Not because God is the one making him steal, but God has permitted him. That's authority. Permission. And it is that permission that he needed. That's why he went to God concerning Job. That's authority. So a wife can fall into the hand of the devil. The devil is buffeting her, and she's misbehaving and doing things she ought not to do, and wants to divorce the man. And the man, who doesn't know, is so focused on the woman and her shortcomings and this and that and the fearful and this and that. No, the warfare is spiritual. Your authority is being challenged. Let me tell you a story. There's a young minister recently that shared his marital problem with me. And the problem is very simple. He crossed a boundary that has to do with his relationship with his wife's parents and family, whereby he was even warned during the process not to, but to focus on his family. But in his mind, he thought that he was doing those things in honor of the wife's parents, because he strongly believes in the concept of honoring father and mother, and sees or saw the wife's parents also as his mother and father. That's typical Ghanaian thing. Me, I can never see that thing that way. I don't know why, but it's called, that's why we have the in-law added, but because what your mother went through, the in-law mother did not go through concerning you. So you can't put them on the same level. To me, that is how I see it. I just do look at it the way the Bible looks at it. Jesus calls it like that. Mother-in-law, father-in-law. That's it. So, that was the problem. And the wife flipped. And something that he felt he had overcome came back into the marriage. That he was being challenged. And there was contention in the home. Now, he was warned before this happened in a very gentle way. We know something about God's authority, but authority is not being noisy and loud. It's protocol. And so his plea in talking about this problem was, I don't see what I've done wrong that my wife is behaving this way. I am giving honor to her parents. I said, yes, but you don't have the authority. So you have honor, but you don't have authority. And it's being evidenced by what your wife is doing. More or less like you talk, but your words don't have power because you have crossed a boundary, a line. Your wife's parents are her parents to honor. Your parents are your parents to honor. And then you can honor your wife's parents, and vice versa, she can honor your parents. But in marriage, the dynamics of boundary is such that Christ is the head. And so if you are going to do something, and you don't seek for Christ's approval, more so you are going to do something and Christ has sent his messenger to give you a heads up warning, and you think your honor and your desire to be seen by men as this wonderful, wonderful gentleman who knows how to honor exceeds Christ's honor, well, check it out and see. He couldn't handle the situation. He was pleading that God should be merciful. And I asked him, have you really learned the lesson though, if God will be merciful? Because this mistake is a mistake that it seems you keep repeating. You don't understand Christ's authority. So in this case, if you can imagine, and he didn't do that, but imagine a scenario where the man now feels like the woman is standing up to him, and so he feels like she's challenging him, and then this begins to happen. The man thinks she doesn't have authority because he's the man. But she has authority in this matter because they are her parents, not yours. So if she tells you she doesn't want you to be involved, because you are one flesh, you must treat her as you treat yourself. And the Bible says if you love your wife, then you love her even as you love yourself. Then you don't seek to harm her because you won't seek to harm yourself. So authority works by protocol and boundaries. A boundary has been set. You don't respect the boundary. And when the boundary is set, until you consult the person who drew the boundary, if you cross the boundary, you have broken the person's rule. And if you break the person's rule, you must make sure Christ is the one who sent you to cross the Jordan that you went to break. Because it's warfare when you cross boundaries. Are you getting it? It's warfare. It's warfare. So, he had to beg God to have mercy on him. Authority. At this case, what is your assessment of the husband's authority in this scenario? This is a question now to you guys to contribute.